Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah with another video. And we're going to start right here in Nahum 1 and 3. It says what? Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So the main part I wanted to pull out of the scripture is what? That the Most High will not acquit the wicked. And who is the wicked according to the Bible? The Edomites. You see? The so-called white race are the Edomites, and they will not be acquitted for all the wickedness. You see, the rape, robbery, murder, and the atrocities that they've committed against us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The Most High is not going to let that slide. He's not going to just sweep that under the rug as if it never happened. No. This nation of people is going to pay for what they've done, man, and it's been well documented on what they've done to us, because they've written books about it. They've made movies on it. You see, so it's well documented of all the things that you've committed against us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And we're here to tell you that according to Yahweh, which is the God of the Bible, man, you Edomites, the entire nation, has a great judgment coming unto you for what you've done unto us, man. You see, because the Most High is not finna just let that slide. So I have a little clip right here from Instagram I want to play.
Called Without Sanctuary. So, if you ever get a chance to read it, it is.
Let's start it off.
There's a book that was written by these two white gentlemen called Without Sanctuary. If you ever get a chance to read it, it is one of the most profoundly disturbing books I've ever seen in my life. It's a pictorial history of lynchings and what they used to call nigger barbecues. I'm talking about children, women, male adults lynched. And then they used to put us alive on spits with a fire beneath it and turn us and roast us until we dehydrated. And they'd pick up pieces of the bodies, and hundreds of whites would be standing and taking pictures with a body piece in their hand. They have the pictures, they show the pictures in the book. And they say, just get over that? You don't get over that. You have to move on. You have to live your life. You have to grow. You have to accomplish. You cannot use excuses. But that is in spite of your history.
So yeah, man. And you Edomites are going to pay greatly for what you've done. And the Most High makes it known all throughout the scriptures that you are going to pay. Let's show you this one real quick. It says what? Yup. Amos 1 and 11 says what? Therefore thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, for 3 transgressions of Edom, which is a so-called white race, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with a sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. And we just seen it. It's a whole book documented. That book Without Sanctuary is well documented on what you were doing. And all you got to do And you ain't even got to get the book. All you got to do is go to Google and just type in lynchings into the Google search and hit images, and every image is gonna pop up what? Us being hanged, man. And crowds of Edomites gathering around as if it's some type of celebration. You see some type of get together, man, where they bring the kids and they just take pictures with our bodies hanging from the trees. So this is why the Most High is not going to turn the punishment away, man. It's because what you've done unto us. And the judgment that the Most High is about to bring upon you nation of people, you Edomites, is well justified, man. It's completely righteous what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is about to do unto you, man. Because you've committed great atrocities against our people. Great atrocities, man. And the Most High is not going to forget it. And guess what? As long as the prophets are here, through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, we're not going to let you forget. Because you're like, I think that was Bill Duke in that video. The Edomites love to say what? Just get over it. It's like it happened so long ago. Get over it. Are you still talking about that? Just get over it. What do you mean just get over it? Get over being hung from trees and you motherfuckers dancing around us while our body, the life is drained from our body, or you tying us to spits and roasting us to death and mutilating and castrating us. Get over it. But the Most High told us that that would be your mindset when it comes to us and the oppression that we suffered, man. Because it tells us what? Real quick, then we'll get a few more. They speak loftily. Did I spell it right? Oh, look at that, I spelled it right. Psalm 73 and 8 just says what? They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. And that's exactly the attitude you Edomites have for the things that we've gone through, man. The things that your people have done unto us. Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Centuries of being tormented, murdered in cold blood. Entire families gunned down. Houses burned down. Men made laughing stocks in front of their families, man. Stripped naked and beat and castrated. And you want us to get over it. That is the attitude the Most High said the wicked would take toward us in the oppression that we've suffered. So this is why when that judgment comes upon you, we will show you no pity, man. You won't see us shed one tear. You see, from sadness over you Edomites, man. No. If anything, we're going to shed tears of joy. Because we finally get to get our hands up on you and get that vengeance that we long after, man. That the Most High promises is going to come, he's going to allow us to have on you. You see? Because it's coming. It is coming, man. And all these Edomites now, well, that had nothing to do with me because what? That's my forefathers. That no, you are directly benefiting off the rape, robbery, and murder that your forefathers committed to gain this land. You Edomites, the descendants of your forefathers who built this land up, you're directly benefiting from 4 centuries of free slave labor, man. You are. It's called white privilege, or what we call it is Edomite privilege, because that's exactly what it is. You Edomites are in a privileged position because of the atrocities that your forefathers committed. Then you Edomites now got the nerve to say you're proud to be an American. So that lets us know that what? You're proud of what your forefathers have done to acquire this land and to have this land built up. Because to acquire this land, what had to happen? You committed mass genocide against the Northern Kingdom, which is the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, man. Committed mass genocide. You see, and that began in 1492 when so-called Christopher Columbus came over here and so-called discovered the land of America. No, you stole this land known as America by way of the sword, man. And then you had this land built up off of the back of so-called Negroes, man. 400 plus years of free slave labor. 4 centuries of us being shackled and chained, building up your country. How did you think America became the richest country in the world? It was off of the back of us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And you Edomites today are directly benefiting from that in some shape, form, or fashion. So you're all guilty. You're all guilty, man. And that's why Isaiah 14:21 says what? Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. And this is what we're telling you is coming. You Edomites are going to pay for what your forefathers have done, because if you have the true understanding of these scriptures, you know reincarnation exists. And all of you Edomites who are here in the land of America, you lived back in those times when you were gaining this land by way of the sword, or you were having this land built up by way of slave labor. You or your forefathers reincarnated in the earth to receive a judgment for what you've done in the past. You're just not some random generation of unknowing descendants of Esau, you see, that you don't have no ties to what? No, you have direct ties because you or your forefathers back in reincarnation to receive your judgment. You see? A great judgment is coming upon you for what you've done, man. For the well-documented history of the mass genocide, rape, robbery, and murder of us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that still go on to this day. You Edomites are going to pay for it, man. And it goes on to say, verse 21, for our rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh. Meaning what? There's going to be great judgment coming upon the house of Edom. And it named the males because what? They're the ones who keep the seed line of Edom living in the earth. You see? Eventually, man, the Most High is going to uproot the entire family tree of Esau by getting rid of every single man, woman, and child of the seed of Esau. Because that seed line is going to be completely uprooted from the earth. That is your judgment for what you've done unto us. Once you serve your 1,000 years of hardcore bondage in the kingdom of heaven up under the Israelites, you can no longer be here, man. So we're going to eradicate you. We're gonna actually accomplish what you tried to do unto us. You tried to eradicate us and get us out of the earth. You failed. Because you can never get rid of the seed of Israel. But the seed of Esau, hey, the Most High is going to see to it that we completely erase you from existence. And it's going to be like you were never here. The only remembrance of you Edomites that will be left in the earth is the complete desolate land of America, man, as a memorial of wickedness of what not to be. How not to conduct yourselves, man. That's the only thing that you're going to be remembered by. This great smoking land once the Most High finishes destroying it, man. As it tells you right here in verse 23 says what? I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts. And that goes into that great destruction that's coming by way of thermonuclear missiles. You see, because that's how this land is going to be taken out. By way of 200 million thermonuclear warheads raining down upon this place, man. This is what's coming. This is what's about to happen. And this is your judgment for what you've done unto us, man. The Most High is not going to just let you slide for all the murder that you committed against His people, for all the snares and trap that you set up amongst our people for us to fall. You see, for our people to fill up the prison houses, you have to pay for all that shit, man. You have to pay for everything you've done, and it's coming. Let's get Ezekiel 35. Yup. Ezekiel 35:1, it says what? Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And Mount Seir represents you Edomites. Just like Jerusalem and Mount Zion represent the Israelites, Mount Seir represents you Edomites. So when you hear the Most High say prophesy against Mount Seir, he's not talking about going over to the Middle East and prophesying against the actual location. No, he's talking about the inhabitants of the location. And that's the natural that's your natural homeland, Mount Seir. That's the land that the Most High gave unto you, Edomites. So when he tells us to prophesy against Mount Seir, he's talking about the inhabitants of Mount Seir, which are you Edomites who have migrated all throughout this earth, especially here to the land of America. So we're set up to prophesy against you, man, and tell you what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has pronounced against you. You see? Verse 3 says what? And say unto it, Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And this is what's coming unto you. This is why you see your precious America crumbling right around you, man. Or you thought this was just a coincidence? You thought this was happening just to happen? No, this is happening because the Most High is punishing you. We're in the beginning stages of Esau receiving his judgment. And guess what? The closer as we move down this timeline of prophecy, it's just going to get worse. You see? It's just going to get worse because it tells us what? Let's go all the way back. To Deuteronomy 30 and 7. It says what? And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thee and on... So like Deuteronomy 30 and 7, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And that's what we see happening. Just like the curses eventually befell us in full force, we're seeing the same things happen to you Edomites and the rest of you heathen nations right now. It's playing out. The curses are being lifted from the Israelites slowly but surely. And they're coming upon our enemies, especially Edomites, slowly but surely. This is why we see the decline of the greatest country to ever, the so-called greatest country to ever be erected in the earth. Is because the Most High is pouring the curses upon you. As a what? As a punishment, as a judgment, man. So going back, verse 4 says what? I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And how is he going to lay your cities desolate? By way of that thermonuclear fire when it's all said and done. Verse 5 says what? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end, because you were supposed to let up after you so-called freed us from slavery, man. But it just got worse. And that's when that without sanctuary, that's when all those pictures, that's when that was taking place after slavery, man. After we were so-called freed. You would round us up, drag us behind fucking trucks and carts and all type of shit, take us to the town square, and you will make mockery of us, man. You see? You will humiliate us before you hung us up or before you burn us alive, man. Once again, it's well documented. The pictures are there on the internet, man. I know one account where this woman was telling this story about how this whole you made a spectacle of putting an Israelite to death, man. You trained them in from 2 states over. You know what I'm saying? You was all in the church celebrating and making as if it was some big spectacular event, selling tickets and all type of shit you was doing. You see? Just to hang up an Israelite, man. You was cutting his rod off and making him eat it. This is the type of shit you Edomites have done. And now you want to be on this brother kick. Oh, we brothers. Nah, we ain't no damn brothers, man. Where was all that love when you was stringing us up from these trees, man? When you was mutilating us and castrating us, man? Where was all that love then? When you was slaughtering our children? Where's all that love then, man? So ain't no love between us Israelites and you Edomites, man. And that's just the truth of the matter. See, what you're trying to do is weasel your way up out of your judgment, trying to kiss ass. We don't want no parts of it, man. You can keep your little sympathy and your little pity. Nah. We don't want none of that. We want Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah to bring this judgment upon you. And that's exactly what we're about to see happen. Ezekiel 35:6 says what? Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And that's what's about to come down upon you Edomites, man. You see? That's exactly what's about to come down upon you. 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. The Most High continually talks about cutting off the males of Esau, so that what? So that line can't be perpetuated anymore in the earth. We're going to get rid of every Edomite male eventually, man. So you cannot repopulate or reproduce. Because that wicked seed is going to be completely annihilated from the earth. Verse 8 says what? And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills and in thy valleys and all thy rivers. Shall they fall that are slain with the sword? I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You see that? And that's what's coming. Your precious land of America, the so-called greatest country on earth, the Most High is going to completely eradicate this place, man, by way of fire. Going to completely burn this place up. That's a part of your judgment. You see? The Most High is going to burn this land with fire from the north to the south, from the east to the west. Everything in this place will be turned into ash, man. Dust. A complete desolation the Most High is about to make this land. It says what? Verse 10 says what? Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas Yahweh was there. What two countries, what two nations? The southern and northern kingdom, man. You see, you're trying to act like we belong to you when we don't. We belong unto the Almighty God Yahweh. We are the Most High's chosen people. We don't belong to you Edomites, man. You see? It says what? Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate. They are given to us to consume. And that's what you Edomites think, man. You really think the Most High is forsaking us? That he's just giving us over to your hands and you can do whatever you please unto us, man. And that's not the case. You see? Because every single drop of Israelite blood that you Edomites have shed, you're going to have to pay for it. Because the Most High will not at all what? Acquit the wicked. The Most High has seen every snare and trap that you set up against his people, man. To have and you propagated that image of us all throughout the earth, to have the heathen nations look down upon us, man. But that's not who we are. We are the sons of the Most High, man. We are the Israelites. We are Yasha Allah. You see? We are the true kings and royalty of this earth, man. The Most High seen all your bullshit, so you're not innocent. You're completely guilty, man. You see? You're guilty. And you're going to pay. It says what? Yep, verse 13 says what? Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me. And not only have you blasphemed the Israelites, ultimately you blaspheme the Most High. Boasting yourself against the Most High. Oh, am I lying? You just had this motherfucker Klaus Schwab and this other Morari, whatever that nigga name is, saying what? God is dead. You see? Saying the Messiah is false news. They're boasting themselves against the Most High. We don't need God. That's what they're saying, man. That's the mind state that you Edomites are propagating all throughout the earth. That's why you're trying to bring forth this artificial society, man. Trying to X out the Most High and X out His Son. The Most High is hearing all that. You're gonna pay. You Edomites are gonna pay dearly, man. You're gonna pay greatly. Ezekiel 35:13 says what? Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. You devils are going to pay, man. We're not out here just ranting. This is all things the Most High said. All we're doing is telling you and giving you the proper wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what the Most High is going to do unto you. Because you Edomites have gone all throughout the earth and propagated this bullshit ass doctrine of God loving everybody and everybody being saved. And that's not what the Most High said. The Most High said He's going to completely destroy you Edomites for what you've done in this earth, especially what you've done unto His people. Especially for what you've done unto His people. The Most High doesn't love you Edomites. He hates you. And He tells you that multiple times throughout the scriptures. And as we've been reading in this lesson, all you see is the Most High talking about what He's going to do to you Edomites for what you've done unto His people Israel, man. And I got one more after this, and I'm going to wrap it up because, hey, you have to pay. And all of you Israelites who are in the spirit of protecting and siding with Esau, hey, the Most High is going to destroy you too, man, because you are an enemy. Trying to vouch for Esau, they're not all bad. To hell with them, man. Every single last Edomite has to go. Point blank period, because if they don't, they have the chance to propagate that wicked seed back into the earth. So they have to be completely cut off. You see? When you have a cancer, you don't just cut half of the cancer off because it can grow back. No, you cut the entire cancer out. You burn it away. You completely eradicate it. And that's what has to happen to the seed of Esau. It has to be completely uprooted and plucked and cast out of the earth, man. Ezekiel 35:14 says what? Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth, meaning what? When we bring that earth back into to a complete state of peace, up under our Lord Yahweh Shai, it says what? I will make thee desolate. You see, you Edomites not going to get to enjoy, you see, a completely righteous earth. Now you're gonna see the beginning process of it. You're gonna see the first 1,000 years of us getting the earth back into that righteous state and bringing it back into paradise. But you won't get to enjoy it. You see, you don't get to live on this earth and enjoy righteousness and peace. You got to go. So the Most High says when everybody else is rejoicing, He's gonna make you desolate, man. Verse 15. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. And they shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So the Most High ain't fucking around, man. You see, the Most High says you're gonna be desolate, man. The entire house of Edom. Let's see what that says in the GNT. Ezekiel 35. And the last verse in the GNT. Yep. Ezekiel 35:14 in the GNT. It says, well, the sovereign Yahweh says, I will make you so desolate that the The whole world will rejoice at your downfall. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, because everybody's fed up with you Edomites, man. Everybody's going to rejoice at your downfall because everyone is sick of you. Especially us, man. The nation that you're putting the most hell on. But the only ones who have the spirit to speak up is the remnant. Because 2/3 of the spirits are just going along to get along, even though they hate you too. They don't want to say nothing bad about Mass. Nah, don't you be saying that. Nah, you're gonna get us in trouble. Get the fuck out of here. It says what? Verse 15 says what? Just as you rejoice at the devastation of Israel, my own possession, the mountains of Seir, yes, all the land of Edom will be desolate. Then everyone will know that I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And that represents you Edomites, man. You are going to be desolate, man. Completely destroyed. This is what's coming upon you. And I'll wrap it up on this one, man. Ezekiel 25, and this is one of my favorite ones. And this is what we're truly waiting for, man. Ezekiel 25 and 12. And it says what? Edom. This is your judgment. And this is future prophecy, man. And this is how we know that the Edomites have not been done away with, man. They're still here in the earth waiting to receive their punishment for what they've done unto us. Ezekiel 25 and 12 says what? Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, because they Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended, and have revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So this is the thing, man. When we finally get our hands upon you Edomites, it ain't going to be according to no spirit of ours, man. We're going to destroy you with the devastation, wrath, and fury of the Almighty God Yahweh. And he's told us right here. We're going to destroy you. He's gonna lay his vengeance upon you through us. So the Most High is going to pour his spirit upon you, and we're going to destroy you as you deserve to be destroyed, man. According to the Most High's anger and according to the Most High's fury for what? For all the rape, robbery, murder, and the atrocities that you've committed against us, man. And it's only right. It's only right. I don't give a fuck about your tears or your sob stories. No, man. All of you Edomites are going to pay for what you've done, man. Like I said, you want to see more? Go to Google. Just type in lynchings. You ain't even got to type in lynchings in America. All you got to do is type in lynchings, and you're going to start to see pages and pages and pages of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being hung up by trees by so-called white women. White women. So-called white people standing around who are standing around and celebrating it, man. So just know and understand that your judgment is coming, man. You will not be pardoned. You will not be acquitted. You're not getting away. You see, the time is going to come where the Most High is going to allow us to get our vengeance upon you for what you've done unto us, man. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Babal.